The National Rifle Association has come out to say that the real problem isn't guns, but instead violent video games. So we wanted to know, is there really a connection between virtual violence and real-world violence?
The video games, the movies, the internet stuff is so violent. It's so incredible. I see it. I get to see things that you'd be amazed at. I have a very young son who I look at some of the things he's watching and I say, how is that possible? And this is what kids are watching.
You know, we started out with Pong. So for me, I really had a hard time figuring out how Pong was going to make that transition over into violence. We had Donkey Kong, and really, I don't know if there's really any monkeys that throw barrels off of ladders and stuff like that. So it's really hard to make the transition from Grand Theft Auto per se, and then monkeys throwing kegs of stuff off of ladders.
Why did that kill so early? That's why. They're gay. I don't give a fuck. That's cheating. DLC burglary. That's $5.99. What? I'm sorry.
Hey man, I just played TeamHackers.com.
Oh, what? That was not. Oh, I missed, right? Yeah! Oh! You know what just happened? I'm so mad at that. What is that switch from? Alright. Yeah! So what we gonna do, right? So what we gonna do is, you can fuck up back behind me! You can fuck up behind me! How you doing,
There is a clear, unequivocal link between violent video games, violent behavior. Their blood pressure goes up, their heart rate goes up, violent actions go up. The data is persistent and clear across many different forms. You cannot deny it. It is overwhelming.
Well, there's anecdotal information that says it does, but I mean, that's really kind of difficult because I don't think school shootings are going to diminish. I think there's just going to be that more. The more kids are alienated with Facebook and different types of things, the more they can't connect with somebody. You need somebody that's close to you that says, if you come up to them and says, boy, I would like to go shoot up a school, you need somebody there to say, hey, that's kind of a jacked idea. You know, where a lot of people do it on Facebook, get bullied on Facebook, you know, we lost the connection with people. That we need somebody there to reality test for us. And online, sometimes you put that stuff in and people say, oh, cool, because they think they're joking. But you know, a lot of these people don't have the ability to discern rational. A lot of people don't have the critical thinking skills to see how that's pretty effed. I've had clients that came into my office that their kid was obviously autism, or what we would consider Asperger's in those days, and I would ask them what they do for fun, and they like to go to the shooting range with their AR-15. And I would explain to them that this boy should not be around guns, period. And instead of like looking at it from a safety issue, they looked at it from, you're attacking my Second Amendment rights. If your kid was cognitively impaired, you wouldn't allow them with guns. It would be kids with, on the spectrum disorder, you know, they process at a younger age. So if you give somebody a gun and they process at an 8-year-old level, if you had an 8-year-old at home, you would be criminal if you let them have an 8-year-old have an AR-15.
And also video games. I'm hearing more and more people say the level of violence on video games is really shaping young people's thoughts.
You know, a lot of kids are smarter than we give them credit to be. You know, if you think Grand Theft Auto was something you can emulate in real life, then you've got some real not mental health problems, but you've got some cognitive impairment. I think it's time for maybe special ed classes or a helmet.